parte de mi mente y del cuerpo. Tú haces que mi vida tenga más sentido. Haces que yo quiera estar contigo. Tú eres como el agua clara que llueve del cielo.
Cabrón.
Te quiero porque quiero que me quieras, porque como tú no hay nadie más que me pueda soñar.
Chinga, qué pedo. Tranquilo, güey. Tranquilo, güey, tranquilo.
Con mis deseos en cuestión de piel.
Tranquilo, güey, tranquilo ya. No te merecía, la neta.
Es mucho.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Woman don't know you shit. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Woman don't know you shit with your dusty Tim Tims. Can't pull up to a crib cause you bought a din. Hold outside with your dick like let me come in. Not even by the hairs on your chinny chin. Yeah. Woman don't owe you. Yeah. Woman don't owe you shit. Boy, woman don't owe you.
Hey guys, you hear that? Women don't owe men anything. No matter what you do, they don't owe you anything. So guys, don't take them out on dinner dates. Don't pay their bills. Don't buy them gifts. They don't need us anymore, guys. This song, did you hear the song? They don't need us for nothing. They're free. They can do whatever they want. Bros, just focus on yourself.
Talk about this because you really can't be a man of value or consequence if you're out here moving sexually irresponsible. We're gonna get into it. Jumping in all kind of freaky situations, not understanding the long-term possible ramifications to your brand, dropping babies all over the place, mishandling situations with people you're having consensual sex with, ghosting women after you hook up. Hello?
Yo. What is going on, guys? What is going on, guys? Your boy Killer Kawabo. Welcome to another episode of Men Operating in Reality. All right, guys. I hope you guys had a good weekend. I hope you guys have been safe this past week. We had 4th of July just recently. So I hope you guys had a safe holiday or whatnot. So I wanted to come on here, as you can see in the title, that double standards are hurting society. Because I've seen a few stories this past week, and it's getting crazy. And when you think about it, the way they've been treating these stories lately, a lot of them have to do with kidnapping. A lot of them have to do with uh, different types of dealing with children and whatnot. So these double standards, with the way these double standards are being handled with these modern women, if this were men, oh, we'd be in jail. We only need the accusation. We only need the accusation of these crimes, and then we're being imprisoned. We lose our livelihood, etc., etc. But these modern women do it. Nothing, no repercussions happen to them. And this is where they get the idea that they can do whatever they want, and just men should just come and just save them, like Dr. Umar Johnson says, go and mentor their children when they make a mistake. But we're going to get started with this. If you enjoyed this stream, please hit that like button, hit that notification button, hit that sub button, then hit that notification bell so you know next time I drop, as well as if you want to help grow this page monetarily, you can donate to the Cash App. You see the ticker down below. I also have a Twitch account, do Twitch live stream. You see twitch.tv/XSUndergroundZ. So make sure you guys go give me a follow there. I'm playing a whole bunch of different games, playing No Man's Sky. If you throw me subs, I will play a game you want me to play. So just let me just gotta throw me some subs on the XS Lounge. But hey, we're gonna get started. I appreciate you guys checking me out. All right, let's get right to it. Let's get started. All right, so shout out to Red Pill Awareness. Red Pill Awareness posted up this video right here. It says she said he wouldn't worry about my accounts. All right, let's play this video real quick. We'll break this down.
I asked you what your body count look like. Why you worry about my body count? That's old shit. Can you feel it? It feel good to you? So what we talk about?
Okay. So you were a stingy man, but you haven't been stingy with yours.
I ain't saying I ain't been stingy. I just said man.
You're focused on my future. The fact of the matter is that you want to make sure that what's your credit score hit, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got
I can help you with that.
You got some things going on. What the plan? What is the dream? So you're focused on my future. I can't focus on your past, so I got to forget your past. What my future?
I mean,
right.
But you can't compare the two. We talking about my actual history to your financial stability or your future.
Well,
like
that's
ain't even on the scale tip.
Well, women provide pleasure and men provide provision. Those are our golden tickets. Same thing.
Yep.
That's why we provide for y'all to give us pleasure, duh. Let me go ahead and get to it. This is the problem with women these days. See, they want something that they can't give. Now, you want me to have all my goddamn figured out. You want my credit score up. You want me to have real estate. You want all of these things to show that we're going to be alive and well in the next 10 years. But I can't talk about cat 10 years. Oh, so you want me to pay top dollar for some cat that you gave away for a shot of Hennessy and some Waffle House 32 times in the past 32 weeks. I didn't know. Carry your little frisky ass back to the pot.
Nah, you burned out.
That goddamn used ass car. You trying to make me pay goddamn new car for that new used ass Nissan Sentra. That's a 96 Sentra. Baby, I drive a goddamn 2023 Bentley. It's not the same. I am not paying the same price. I'm cooking.
Yeah, he's telling the truth right there. He is telling the truth. Now we're gonna break this down. We're gonna break this down from what she said and what he said. Because there's also another aspect to it as well. But he's exactly right. Why, as a man, would I pay top dollar for used prices? For some reason, these modern women think the more men they attract and sleep with, the more valuable they become because men want to sleep with them. But if it's easy to sleep with you, you're not valuable. If all these types of men want to sleep with you, you're not valuable for more than just sex. But that's what these modern women don't realize. And so they think that, okay, that my sexual history doesn't matter. But to a man, it does. So let's play this back. Let's play this back.
Body count look like.
Okay.
Why you worry about my body count? That's old shit. Can you feel it? It feel good to you? So what we talk about?
Okay. So you want a stingy man, but you haven't been stingy with yours.
I ain't saying I ain't been stingy.
Exactly. So you want a man. So you want a man. I don't know about this whole podcast. So you say stingy, so I'm guessing she wants a man that's budget friendly. But she hasn't been stingy with hers. She's been sleeping around, opening her legs, expecting you as a man who's been good with your money to spend all the money you got to waste on her.
I just said mind your business.
You're focused on my future. The fact of the matter is that you want to make sure that what's your credit score hit like, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I can help that.
You got some things going on. What is the plan? What is the dream? So you're focused on my future. I can't focus on your past, so I got to forget your past. Well, forget my future then.
I mean, but you can't compare the two. We talk about my sexual history to your financial stability or your future.
Well,
like
that's
things ain't even on the scale tip.
Well, women.
Yes, they are on the same scale tip. Your past will determine how you operate in the future. If you were a 304 in the past, here's a bunch of things. If you were a 304 in the past, how do I know when we actually get into a relationship that you will not stop? These modern women, they will, for some reason, modern women think that we're going to be mad, you're going to be compared to the past. No. The modern women get bored in relationships. When you deal with a 304, she'll be good for a time, but she will get bored in the relationship. And no matter how much money you have, no matter how much of a simp you are, and how much you pay for it, and how much you buy her things, and you pay for her bills and all that stuff, no matter what, she will get bored in the relationship. And then one day something's gonna happen where the 304 senses will come back. They do not quit. A woman does not stop being a 304 just because she gets the man of her dreams. She is always a 304. So the problem is when you have a sexual past, it makes you realize how you're going to operate in the future. We do not know that in the future you might get bored because you've had these sexual escapades. You've had these sexual escapades. You don't know if you'll get bored. You want to do. You're gonna step out and want to do this. You want to step out and want to do that. It's not gonna hurt real quick. And then you're plenty with different guys. I'm in. I'm going to get a DNA test, wondering if the child we have is mine. Speaking of which, another reason why men do not want a 304 is because we want to make sure that our child is ours. We do not want to raise another man's child. And there are a lot of stories where these modern women are going around. You finding that these men are finding out that the child that they're raising, that these are not theirs. Because these modern women were used to be 304s, they're stepping out and they want to create chaos. Now it's cause chaos in your whole family. And you sit here looking stupid because your name is written on this kid that is not yours.
Provide pleasure and men provide provision. Those are our golden tickets. That's the same. That's why we provide for y'all to give us pleasure, duh.
And that's true. The reason why men built this society, it was for women's pleasure, so that we can be comfortable enough for women to come be with us and then give us gratification. If you give us pleasure, that's why we built this. But we made things so comfortable that modern women want more. They want luxury. They want to feel like queens. They want no stress. They want everything to be love from day one to the end of the life. And they think that's how it works. And it doesn't work like that. Oh, man. And even Michelle Obama.
Let me go ahead and
get Michelle Obama said it doesn't work like that. And she was with the president.
Yeah, this is the problem with women these days. See, they want something that they can't give. Now, you want me to have all my goddamn future figured. You want my credit score up. You want me to have real estate. You want all of these things to make sure they won't be alive and well in the next 10 years. But I can't talk about your last 10 years. Oh, so you want me to pay top dollar for some cake that you gave away for a shot to see us a Waffle House 32 times in the past 32 weeks.
Exactly. And then they expect you as a man to wait. They expect you to pay all these absorbent prices. Oh, you got to take me out to dinner. You got to take me out to movies. Let's get a hotel so we can stay at a hotel all day. You got to do this. You got to do that. But they didn't do that for that one guy. They let him smash. And they think they do that because you'll get sexual exclusivity. You won't even get sexual exclusivity. They decide when they want to hold out. If they want to hold out, they can decide that. So you don't even know if you'll be able to. You'll have sex for a good time, And then after a while, she's not gonna want to do it anymore. So then you pay all this, take her out on dates, do all this, and get into a relationship, and you still can't even get none. All the while, she's stepping out on you, smashing another dude who didn't have to do none of that. He didn't have to do none of that. And you over here looking stupid. You're over here looking stupid. You're getting mad as hell, and you're coming and watching my video because you didn't realize, dealing with the 304, she was going to step out on me, even though I'm treating her good.
I say no. Carry your little frisky ass back to the pot.
You burnt
I
out.
want that goddamn used ass car. Make me pay goddamn new car price for that new used ass Nissan Sentra. This 6 Sentra. Baby, I drive a goddamn 2023 Bentley. It's not the same. I am not paying the price. That ugly money. When I'm cooking, I'm cooking.
Let him cook. Let him cook. This is the problem. This is the problem with women nowadays. They think that
Can you feel it?
the past should not matter. The past, even with men. Give me a second, guys. Even with men,
You want to
the past should matter. Even with men, the past.
I ain't saying I ain't been staged. I just said mind your business.
The fact of the matter is that you want to make sure that what's your credit score hitting like, bro? You know what I'm saying? You got
I can help you with that.
You got some things going on. What is the plan? What is the dream? So you're focused on my future. What's on your past? So I got to forget your plan. Well, forget my future then.
I mean, but you can't compare the two. We talk about my sexual history to your financial.
All right. You might as well finish this up.
stability. Or your,
Well,
like
that's
things ain't even on the day. The scale tip.
well, women provide pleasure and men provide provision. Those are our tickets. That's the same thing.
Man.
That's why we provide for y'all to give us pleasure. Let me go ahead and get triggered to them.
Yeah.
This is the problem with these days. See, they want something that they can't give. Now you want me to have all my guys to figure it out. You want my credit score up. You want me to have real estate. You want all of these things to show that we're gonna be alive and well in the next 10 years. But I can't talk about your last 10 years. Oh, so you want me to pay top dollar for some cake that you gave away for shot of Hennessy and some Waffle House 32 times in the past 32 weeks? I know. Carry your little frisky ass back to the pothead.
You burnt out.
Boy, damn used ass car. You trying to make me goddamn new car price for that new used ass Nissan Sentra? That's a 96. Baby, I drive a goddamn 2023 Bentley. It's not the same. I am not paying the same price. When I'm cooking, I'm cooking.
So the problem with modern women is they think that their sexual past does not count. They think the past does not count. Even a man's past needs to count. If he been to prison and all that type of stuff, even a man's past count. They will check a man's past real quick. But a woman's past, if she's a 304, you're supposed to just forget that. And like I said before, we want to make sure that our child is ours. We're not trying to raise another man's child, and we don't know these 304s. They will never be satisfied in a relationship. Even if they get themselves the man of their dreams, they will never be satisfied in a relationship. And when they get into a relationship, they will be bored and they will step out, causing chaos and confusion. And then guess who's going to have to pick up the pieces? You're going to have to pick up the pieces because they think the past does not matter. They think the past does not matter when it comes to their sexual background. But then when something happens, it's oops, young and dumb. Oops, I had trauma. They use the trauma defense. I had something that happened back in the past. And then they expect you to forget their past. Come on, man. That's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard in my life. They expect you to forget about their past, and then they always bring up the past. Like you're supposed to. They always bring up their ex-boyfriends. They tell you how the ex-boyfriend used to treat them. They say, "Oh, this man used to do this for me. This man used to do that, but he's supposed to forget my past." Yo, that's the most ridiculous thing I ever read about in my life. All right, so I'm gonna share this story. Let's play this to the story real quick. That kind of made me want to talk about this. So this lady recently, a Texas lady, she recently played the police, played the county, played the whole country pretty much, and lied about her son being missing for 8 years. And they just found this kid recently. Like he was like 15 or something, or he was like 16 or something, and now he's like 25 or something like that. Something like that. But let's play this story. Let's play the story real quick, and then we'll break it down because this is crazy. Think about if this was a man, a grown man that's done this. Think about if it was a grown man that done this. I just watched a movie last year. It was called Black Phone. I think it was called Black Phone. About a man who abducted a child, and he put the child underground for like days. And of course, he was a bad guy, sent him to jail, whatever. Had to be a man or whatnot. But this modern woman doing the same thing to her own child. I've never seen a movie for that.
Years, Rudy Farias spent with the world believing he disappeared. In fact, this is our first look at the 25-year-old man. His mother says he disappeared. He was 17.
Today, Rudy telling investigators that he was home with his mother the entire time and that she subjected him to substantial amounts of abuse. ABC 13's Brooke Taylor broke this story and has his disturbing version of what happened. Brooke?
Yeah, Erica, and Eric, activist Quanell X has been inside of this hotel. He has had communication with Rudy all day long and tells me for the last 8 years, Rudy told him he has been sexually abused and heavily drugged by his own mother. Now, Quanell X, Rudy and his mother were inside of this hotel where we're at and up for hours today. They have since left.
Now think about this. She pretty much did a crime that people will blame men. I'm pretty sure people when he was deemed missing, I'm pretty sure people was looking at men. I'm pretty sure people was looking at men for this crime. But she was abusing this kid and drugging this kid for 8 years. His own mother. This is nuts.
But Quanell says he was called here by the family. That's how he got involved. He stayed by Rudy Farias' side. He kept his head under a towel and says Quanell told us this was really one of the worst cases he has ever heard. He kept getting emotional with us and telling us having to walk out of the room because he didn't want Rudy to see him crying. Now, Quanell tells us that Rudy told him back in 2015 he did run away, but he returned 2 days later and told Quanell that his mom threatened him that he would get in trouble if he ever said anything. Police, she would tell him, would not be happy about this, so he was afraid about what the police would say. For the last...
Damn. So he ran away. Question is, why would he run away? You know what I'm saying? Why would he run away? Where's the father in all this? I don't think they ever mentioned the father. We don't know. I don't know whatever happened with the father. But man, this mother was drugging this kid and hiding this kid and lying about it for 8 years. Mentally scarring this guy.
Last 8 years, Quanell says Rudy told him he was not allowed to leave that house until recently, and his mom would sexually abuse him. Then just recently he was allowed to leave the house. He would go to work with his mom. Quanell told us she worked a security job, he says, and he'd also be allowed to talk to neighbors. We talked to some of those neighbors yesterday, and Quanell says the only reason why he's allowed to do that was the mom figured enough time had passed that no one would know who he was and that he was a missing person. And I did ask, why did Rudy just not leave the house? He's 25 years old, and Quanell X told me that Rudy told him the reasoning for this is because his mother would give him a lot of drugs, and again, he was afraid to go to the police. A few weeks ago, though, he told Quanell X that he had enough of this. He wanted his mom to respect his boundaries, so he told him he took her credit card and ran off before police found him at a church in Magnolia Park on Thursday. And back in 2018, police told us that a family member call them because we asked police, did they ever go out and the house? What did they hear about any sightings of Rudy? And they told us in 2018 that family member called them that Rudy was living outside of a house, but police tell us they never found anyone. Now, Quanell says that Rudy told him his mother made him hide inside. Time investigators would go there, he told me, Quanell X, that he felt police had failed this young man who he says pretty much has just flown under the radar. Well,
they definitely failed this young man. Now, if the genders were reversed, and this was a father doing this to his daughter, do you know the national attention the girl would have? The national attention the girl will have, as she should, if something like this, if the roles were reversed. The father would be looked at, even if the father was innocent, he'd be looked at as the one doing the crime, that did the crime. People will look at the father, look what he might have did. Look at what he might have did. But nobody looked at the mother for 8 years. Every time. And people were questioning her too, like, is that the son? Like, nah, that's the nephew. Like, all right. People were questioning her too. Nobody thought to they failed this young man. This is how you know that society don't care about men. This is double standards right here. Because if this was a man, they would have been looking at the father, even if the father was innocent. If the child was a young girl, they'd have been looking at the father no matter what. And even if it was proven that it was the father and it was somebody else would have been like, as conspiracy theorists would be like, well, the father might have been in on it, might have paid something. But here we have a mother that actually did it to her son for 8 years. No crime, nothing.
He says his mom has been abusing him.
No child should ever be treated like that by your own mother. We asked him, why did you run away? And he said he just got tired of her not respecting his boundaries. And she said that he wanted his own life. And his exact word was, I was tired of living like a slave.
And
damn, what does that even mean, though? I mean, how was he being raised in her household? Now, is this a single mother household? Because they didn't mention the father. We have to assume it's a single mother household. So in this single mother household, we're assuming here, this guy, young man, is being quote unquote treated like a slave, need his own boundaries. I guess he wanted to move out the house. But the mother wanted to control this kid, wanted to control this young man. I guess that's why he tried to run away.
And Rudy's mother was inside of this hotel. She was going in and out of the room, talking to investigators. And I had a chance to ask her a few questions. She did walk away and did not want to be seen on camera.
Jeannie, what do you have to say to neighbors who say that they've seen their son?
I tried to talk to her several times to ask her about these claims, but again, she did not want to go on camera or answer any of our questions there. I've been in touch with her throughout the week, and she has maintained on the phone with me many times. She says she hasn't seen her son in years, claiming he was abused and beaten, and she said someone had kidnapped him. As for whether she faces any charge, we're still waiting on that from HPD. They did put out a tweet saying that detectives are not at a position at this time to discuss any specifics from that interview, and they
That's
can't say
crazy.
right now whether that interview that we heard from Quanell X, everything we've heard is entirely true or not. They did say detectives are going to be available tomorrow. Many people have questions. We do as well. So we will be at that press conference and we will be asking detectives for more information on what happened here, especially after those shocking claims. We're live in online. I'm Brooke Taylor, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
All right.
These are here to make sure that anything that I say is legally indisputable.
So this is still recent. This is still fresh, recent story. So it might change. It might change where the mother might get a charge or whatnot. However, if this was a father that did this, if this was a man that did this, we all know the father would have been arrested immediately, charged immediately. He probably would have had the trial already. We probably would have known the backstory. We'll know why he would have done this. He would have been a pet. You know what I'm saying? They would have gave him all the labels. They would have called him everything. They would have called him everything. They would have shamed him, everything. However, since this was a woman, oh, she can get away with it. 8 years. Nobody thought to look into her to see if she might have done something to the child. They just thought, oh, we're gonna take our word for it. drugging, abusing. And this is crazy. This is nuts. But this is the double standards that's hurting our society right here. These minor women are committing these type of crimes or whatnot. And what they're doing is making it more. And what they're doing is committing crimes and making it look like these women can do whatever they want and get away with it. Now I'm gonna start doing more live streams, and I'm gonna do female breakdowns. I'm gonna do female breakdowns of like female behaviors when they get arrested in front of the police. Because a lot of these, I'm gonna do them breakdown with them cams. I'm gonna do like a thing on tomorrow. I'm gonna do a live stream tomorrow, or maybe no, not tomorrow. Maybe like Thursday or something. But I'm gonna do a female breakdown, or maybe a Friday. I might make it Friday. I'm gonna do a female breakdown of these minor women getting arrested by the police and how when they start getting arrested, this is when their attitudes start. Well, this is when the women start coming out. This is when the femininity start coming out. This is when the attitudes start coming out. But when they start having attitudes, this is when they mess up. Even when they get a chance. Even when they get a chance. They mess up and they get themselves arrested. All right, so let me actually play this video. You might have heard it in the background. All right. Now let's talk about this modern woman right here. Going to a college graduation. I know we've heard this story before. She takes that mic from that white woman when she got her degree, and she causes a ruckus. Now imagine this was a black man. This guy would not only not get his degree, but he might end up in jail at the end of it. Let's play this real quick.
Okay. Let's go. You don't let me get my moment, so I want to say my name is Connie Gianniano, and I'm graduating today. I would like to snatch out of my head, so today is going to be all about me.
Oh, drops the mic.
Now it's so funny. It's so funny. It's so funny to be that modern women call men. It's so funny to me that modern women call men narcissistic, and a woman will literally fight another woman to get a mic just to talk and have her moment to talk about she graduated, which everyone is doing. Like everyone is graduating. You're not that special. But it's all about me. But imagine if this was a man doing this right here, taking the mic, acting like a terrorist, getting mad as hell. First of all, he would have to be in his feelings to think that this woman is snatching the mic, taking it fast from everybody like that. He would have to be in his feelings. And then second of all, he would actually might hurt this woman. Since he's a man as well, he might actually hurt this woman. See, another reason why, because she's this modern woman is skinny. She seems she's aggressive. She's very aggressive, but she don't seem like she can permanently damage this woman, even though she could really could hurt this woman. But a man, even man my size, any type of man who has some type of strength could hurt this woman at any time if she tried to grab the mic the way this girl did.
Let's go. You didn't let me get my moment, so I want to say my name is Cata Diallo, and I'm graduating today. I
like all this chaos, just so she can have a moment. Just so she can have a moment. Let's play this. Let's rewind it back, man. All this chaos just for her moment.
Okay. Let's go. You didn't let me get my moment, so I want to say my name is Connie Gianniano, and I'm graduating today.
All that commotion, all that chaos, fighting, almost hurting somebody, all for a moment. And then she's in her feelings talking about, I don't like the way you snatched the mic out of my hand when I was trying to get my moment. Now it's going to be all about me. What? Hold up.
You snatched the mic out of my hand, so today is going to be all about me.
Oh, drops the mic. Congratulations!
Let's go. You didn't let me get my moment, so I want to say my name is Connie Gianniano, and I'm graduating today. You snatched the mic out of my hand, so today is going to be all about me.
Oh, drops the mic. Congratulations!
So how is that going to look when you try to get a job? Like, how does she think that's going to look? How does she think that's going to look when she tries to get a job? You see what I'm saying? They're going to see that. Their jobs are going to see that and then think, oh, she will be a problem. She will be a problem. However, unfortunately, modern women don't think past 5 minutes. So she just thought about herself. It's all about me. It is all about me. But imagine if this was a man. If this was a man doing this, he would get arrested immediately. He won't get his diploma. He will get shamed. He won't be able to find a job. It will affect his future, no matter what. This amount of women did not get charged with no crime, no assault crime. She probably still got her degree, and man, this is ridiculous, man. The double standards that we're having for this society for modern women now is wild to the point where now it's causing violence for people, and nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. The same type of crimes that men get alleged for. They're not even changing it up. They're not doing nothing about it. They're not changing up for nothing. They're not doing anything about it. All right, we'll play another video real quick. We got this chick, JT. JT from the City Girls. I don't know their names. I don't recognize them. I don't even recognize any 304s like that. They all look the same to me. But she's talking, but as you can see, she is really a 304.
I'm really a whore. Like I'm a like with a W. Like I'm a whore.
But define that, though.
Like I'm a whore.
What if Summer comes to you, as pretty as she is, and says, "Mom, I want to be a city girl"?
She ain't gonna be no city girl.
So Summer ain't allowed to be no city girl.
No, I want her raised totally different. Like I don't even want her to even see the light of day like that. Like I really want her to just be like level-headed, a schoolgirl, and just on a whole nother way. Like I kind of was raised different, so I don't want to raise her up how I was raised. So I'm a girl, ain't nothing wrong with it, but I don't want that for my daughter. I'm really a whore. Like I'm really
okay. So let's break this
I'm really
down.
a whore. Like I'm a like.
Let's break this down real quick. As you can see, she's admitting to it. She's really a 304. Let's break it down real quick. Let's play it real quick.
With a W. Like I'm a whore.
But define that, though.
Like I'm a whore.
What if Summer comes to you, as pretty as she is, and says, "Mom, I want to be a city girl"?
She ain't gonna be no city girl.
So Summer.
So you think your daughter will not be a city girl? You have to lead by example, mother. If you don't want your daughter to be a city girl, you cannot be a city girl. You cannot be a 304 running around thinking you can get whatever, thinking you can do whatever, and it's not going to affect your children. It will affect your children. Them seeing you running around doing that. And she thinks that her child will not see men coming in and out of the house. She's going to notice. Kids are not that dumb.
Summer ain't allowed to be no.
No, I want her raised totally different. Like I don't even want her to even see the light of day like that. Like I want her to just be like like level-headed, a schoolgirl, and just on a whole nother way. Like I kind of was raised different.
And these modern women think that they can go around sleep with different men no matter what they do, and it's not going to affect the children, their family, or it shouldn't affect the children. It's going to affect them. Seeing different men, them dealing with different men, will hurt them. But why does it not do the same thing with women? When a man has when a man is a single father and he finds himself a wife, or he deals with multiple women, why this is not the same thing? Because a man who gets a woman has to have some type of degree of success. And if he has a child, he's also displayed that he's able to take care of a child on his own without the mother. Women looking for provision. He's able to provide, and he's already displaying that having children. Now, if a woman comes into his life, the woman is going to be treated, and it's going to be provided for because the father's already doing that. The father's already doing that. And however modern women are fickle, they don't want to stay in relationships. So it might change around. Or maybe the dad's gonna be a bachelor. If he's able to provide for the children, he's gonna be able to provide for a woman that's gonna find himself a nice little woman right there. And as long as the father stays a man and is able to take care of his children, discipline his children properly, he said he's going to be able to control them. But mothers, they're not able to discipline their children properly. They're too. They have empathy for them. They always want them to be good no matter what. No matter what, and that's their job. They're the ones that give their children the empathy to help grow this world, emotions or whatever. However, when you're a single mother and you're dating around, you're going to have some masculine presence. And that masculine presence, it doesn't work when a mother comes and gives discipline. It doesn't work when a mother gives discipline and then she doesn't give the emotional side, the empathy side to help get their mind aligned back, back to normal. Because it starts going into division, they start fighting each other, they get mad at each other, no matter what, even if they start coming together, no matter what, they're gonna be combating each other. And then she's gonna step out. She don't notice that you're a 304. She'll step out and then still continue the legacy.
So I don't want to raise her up how I was raised. So, I'm a city girl. Nothing wrong with it, but I don't want that for my daughter. I'm really a whore. Like,
Let me read this. We're the only people on this entire planet who have been taught to sing and praise our demeanment. I'm a bitch. I'm a hoe. I'm a gangster. I'm a thug. I'm a dog. If you can train people to demean and degrade themselves, you can oppress them forever. You can even program them to kill themselves, and they won't even understand what happened. She's exactly right. That's exactly right. And unfortunately, these modern women want to demean themselves, call themselves 304s. They don't care about being modest. They don't care about doing anything like that. They don't care about raising a family. They don't care about their past. They don't care about how being sexually promiscuous will affect them mentally. They don't care about that. They don't care about that. And unfortunately, it causes chaos, it causes division, it causes lives being taken. Lives have been taken for a single mother being too promiscuous, dealing with multiple men. At the same time, stepping out. Even if she gets married, she's stepping out. Thinking that she's doing what she wants. Thinking that she can do what she wants. And unfortunately, these double standards, there's double standards are going to hurt society. Because what they don't realize is when they think they can do what they want without consequence, without discipline, it affects everyone. Like a man when he does this. However, a man, he has to pay for his consequence. He has to pay for his consequence. When a man has to deal with a model woman, or when a man does something that's dumb, when a man does something that's out of order, he immediately pays for his consequence. He goes to jail, he gets hurt in some type of way, he might get taken out. However, unfortunately, when it comes to these modern women, they they're not gonna be dealt the same hand, and then they're gonna continue to doing it. They're gonna continue to do it, and it will affect our children and make things even worse. It's why these children are degenerates now. It's why these children are not listening. It's why these children are doing these extra stuff. They're destroying cities now. Children are destroying cities now. These mothers are not respectable. All right, I'm gonna show one more video. I'm gonna show one more video. I'm gonna show one more video, and then we'll end it here. This is egregious right here. Now this video is egregious right here. This is egregious right here. Gotta get it. Oh, what the fuck? Oh. Now imagine if that was a grown man on a young girl like that. Imagine that was a grown man on a young girl like that. See, everybody's watching, having fun, geeking, ha, laughing, or whatever. You're sexually starring these young men. You're sexually starring these young kids. You're mentally starring these young kids. Now, what is he going to think when he gets older, when he actually starts thinking about intercourse with a woman? And there's stories out there where young boys having misappropriated by older women, and they've done stuff like this. Where they twerk on the young boys. They twerk on the young boys. Nobody's stopping them. Everybody's watching them. Everybody's making fun. Everybody's laughing. He's over here dancing. I don't know how young this kid is. This kid is young, unless it's some type of deformity. This is crazy. This is crazy. Now, if you saw an older man do something like this to a young little girl, oh, you already know this man will get beat up, and he's going to jail. Assault, sex, all that type of stuff. He can everything. But an older woman on a young boy, when an older woman's with a young boy, all of a sudden it's okay. Nobody's gonna say nothing. Nobody's gonna stop that. And this is the double standards of her society. So, how is this going to affect the young boy later on in the future? How will this affect the older woman later on in the future? What will happen? And people don't realize a lot of these crimes that a lot of these crimes. What the fuck? A lot of these crimes that happen are stuff that happens from stuff like this. Where a young boy was taken advantage of for camera, for like, he was cute, yada yada, whatever. And then when he gets older, he does something heinous, he does something bad. All of a sudden, they don't want to bring up that past. But if a young woman did something like this, if a young woman attacked somebody, if a young woman did something, they'll bring up the past that all she was taken advantage of as a young girl. So affect her mental state. So that's the reason why she did this and did that. But they won't give that young boy the same leeway. He's doing this stuff like this is going on. There's been stories where young boys have been taken advantage of. I know you heard of the art of comedian P. Ray, where that happened to him. He got taken advantage of by his older aunt. And unfortunately, stuff like this happen, and continue, and we just shrug it off. We just shrug it off and think like, oh, this is funny. Oh, this is funny. But, all right, guys. I just wanted to show some videos real quick. Also build some content. I'll be back on tomorrow. And I'm gonna on different days. I'm gonna start doing different type of shows. I'm gonna start doing so tomorrow I'm thinking about doing true crime, breaking down some modern women that they actually did some crimes against their children or their husbands, and the main solution for y'all men: purge these women out of your life. If you cannot find yourself a wholesome woman, go MGTOW, purge these women out your life, and find yourself some peace. Hey, if you feel like a passport and go flying out, get yourself a woman out of the Western society, okay, cool. Go and do that. But purge modern women out your life. They are a hazard to your life. All right, we start right here that they have these double standards right here. That if a man were to do these things, he'll go to jail, he'll lose his life, he will lose his livelihood, he will lose his money, he will lose everything. A lot of these modern women will be doing these same crimes, and then they get away with it, no matter what. But tomorrow I'm gonna do true crimes. I'm talking about like heinous crimes these modern women will do, and they will try and get away with it. Crazy. All right, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that notification bell so you know next time I drop. As well as if you want to help Brother Sage monetarily, you can donate to the Cash App, see in the ticket below. Also, if you want to help, and also if you want to check me out on Twitch, I do gaming. Check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/AccessUndergroundZ. Give me a sub so I can, play for any request games or whatnot. But all right, guys. Have a good rest of the day. I will talk with y'all soon. Peace.
Parte de mi mente del cuerpo, tú haces que mi vida tenga más sentido. Haces que yo quiera estar contigo. Tú eres como el agua clara que llueve del cielo.
Cabrón.
Te quiero porque quiero que me quieras, porque como tú no hay nadie más que me quiera soñar.
Chinga, qué pedo. Tranquilo, güey. Tranquilo, güey, tranquilo.
Con mis deseos en cuestión de piel.
Tranquilo, güey, tranquilo ya. No te merecía, la neta.
Es mucho.
Oh my God, what happened? Did he hurt you?
Hey, she's fine. We're fine.
She doesn't look fine.
Are you ready to die over this? Seriously?
Is this how you want your hike to end? Hi, I'm John Hamm. Over 100% of all domestic disputes are just two people trying to work stuff out. You getting involved isn't going to help. You don't know what's going on. I don't care what you think you see. Just keep your eyes down and keep walking. For more information on how to not get involved, go to www.don'tbeahero.com.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Woman don't owe you shit with your dusty Tims. Can't pull up to a crib 'cause you bought a din. Hold outside with your ting, like let me come in. Not everybody shit. Boy, women don't owe you.
Hey guys, you hear that? Women don't owe men anything. No matter what you do, they don't owe you anything. So guys, don't take them out on dinner dates. Don't pay their bills. Don't buy them gifts. They don't need us anymore, guys. This song, did you hear the song? They don't need us for nothing. They're free. They can do whatever they want. Bros, just focus on yourself.